could take dollar for dollar, although I'm not sure we need $500 million for women's health issues, but if you took dollar for dollar, there are many extraordinarily fine organizations, community health organizations that exist, federally sponsored community health organizations to provide quality care for women on a wide variety of health issues.
Women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals.
Breadwinners in this country.
But he's just a raggedy man.
And a lot of other concerning and troubling statistics.
Roles of a male and a female in society and other animals, the male typically is the dominant role. And what I find interesting in the survey is that 3/4 of the people surveyed recognize that having moms as the primary breadwinner is bad for kids and bad for marriage.
We're watching society dissolve around us.
This is a catastrophic issue. Bottom line, it could undermine our social order.
How would you change people's reaction towards the adversity of social change?
Well, we were just talking about it, it's ingrained in society. It's going to take time to be able to talk about social issues. It's just a matter of opening that line of communication for everybody in a society in order to be able to talk about how we can change social issues, which this one is gender inequality.
All right. Do you believe that gender inequality is portrayed in negative light in mainstream media?
Yeah, I do. You can see it everywhere. You can see it just on social media. You can see it on news sources. Just the fact that female reporters don't get as serious of stories, or the way that they are required to dress or dress themselves. And also a great example is a female reporter in Canada who was pregnant. And she got lots of hate mail for continuing to work while she was pregnant.
Do you think that women continue the cycle of repression by society?
I do. I think there's probably the older generation is more likely to continue that by requiring certain things, especially within like religious families, requiring marriage at a young age, requiring children at a young age, or putting pressure. It doesn't mean that they have to do it, but a lot of familial pressure comes into play when you're talking about continuing that cycle. So can you tell me what today taught you about social change?
Social change is really hard to get, actually processed. A lot of people are very reserved about the topics. A lot of times if it's a hot topic, many people don't want to talk about it, and they don't really want to accept the fact that something can change. A lot of people we talk to were willing to say that yes, that they had a problem with it, but that they actually didn't want to have a say in how to change it or what to do about it. So it's kind of hard to initiate social change, especially when the issue is so ingrained within society.
Why do you think people are so unwilling to talk about gender inequality?
Gender inequality is a really hot topic, especially in politics right now. A lot of people have different views on it. A lot of people, believe in traditional marriage, the traditional gender roles, and because of that, a lot of people are repressed on it. It's just a hot topic, and a lot of the big problem too is that the word feminism has been kind of hand in hand with gender inequality, and it's been kind of given a bad name. So a lot of people associate feminism with kind of, Marxism or extremism, and in reality, it goes beyond just, a general sense. It should be something that's, relevant to everybody. We all have mothers, we all have sisters, we all know people, so it should be an important topic towards everybody. We should all be equal underneath the law.
Why did you suggest changing the topic from women's inequalities to gender inequalities?
It broadens the scope of it. Under women's inequalities, women definitely suffer the forefront of it, but women aren't the only ones that also suffer gender inequalities. For example, there's a big stereotype with stay-at-home dads, where a male isn't supposed to take care of his kids while the woman will be the breadwinner, and it's damaging to the society as a whole that we still stick to these traditional gender roles that are laid out within an old society.
Will you read it just in case people can?
The portrayal of women in advertisements upholds unrealistic beauty standards that is harmful to both sexes.
Thank you.